need to know about them because it provides kind of testing protocol. It will affect the way you design this, with the reused steel. So certainly designers need to know. Maybe clients might not, but it's probably best that everyone's on the same page when doing something so non-traditional as designing with reused steel.
Yeah.
Can I just add to that?
Sure, of course.
I think the examples where we're seeing this succeed the most is where early collaboration is taking part, and it's actually being driven by the clients down the supply chain. So from our perspective, that early collaboration is yielding the most reward.
Yeah, and I would definitely agree with all of what you both just said. I think it's really important that clients are brought along on the journey. And yes, they don't need to know all of the detail that perhaps we've gone into today and all of the various British and European standards, but they do need to know the overall kind of process and that these protocols exist. Yeah, I would agree with that. Sorry, David.
Could I just add to that? I think it's essential that designers know about them because particularly when you get to older steel, people will appreciate that older steel used to be riveted. Nobody ever imagined the idea that it would be welded, and therefore the issues of the chemical composition would be important. Early steel, nobody cared about toughness. Again, that would be important for people who are reusing older steel, and those are design responsibilities. So absolutely critical that designers know about those things.
Definitely for designers, yeah.
Just to add to that, I mean, Steve and I had a meeting with CREG, which is the Construction Risk Engineers group, a couple of months ago, and we went through all this, and they were generally happy with it, much happier than they were with timber. But the one point that they were picking up on was some designers weren't terribly comfortable, and indeed we've seen a few examples of that at BCSA, where they're not, of course they're used to design using new steel, but when they're going back to 1920 and they've got a whole load of tests, they weren't necessarily quite as comfortable with dealing with that. So CIREG suggested that it might be useful to have some form of accreditation of designers to redesign safely with reclaimed steel.